Okay, this video is going to be for the inchworm, and I'm hoping I have enough space on the camera or the video screen so that you can actually see this entire exercise. Inchworm, I absolutely love, as most of my clients have learned. It's a sneaky exercise, meaning it looks very simple, it feels very simple when you first do it, and yet as you do a few of them in a row, it suddenly becomes rather challenging. And a few of the things I love about the inchworm, you are both stretching and strengthening at the same time. So the initial part of the exercise, when you're bending over to touch the floor, is a wonderful stretch, particularly up the back side of the legs, the hips, and wonderful to work on range of motion, especially if it's maybe interspersed within the program where you've been doing some strengthening on the back side of the body, hamstrings for example, and then we can get a little bit of length in there in an active way. Because you're changing full elevation, you're going from standing all the way down to a high plank or the top of a push-up position. You do that fast enough and enough repetitions and you're getting some cardio too. Your heart rate is definitely going up and it's challenging. You're also getting a stretch on the way back, and this will all make sense when you see it, but on the way back when you're reversing the movement, I want you to feel the stretch. I want you to get stretched every little spot you can. So don't let yourself be caught up in thinking, oh, this is uncomfortable, I just want to get it over with. But if you're going to do it well. So really feel the stretch. Try to get that stretch all the way down into your heel, your Achilles. Feel every little structure up the back of your foot, your ankle, your calf, your hamstring, your hip, your back. Really think about that. Get the most out of it. The basic inchworm itself is what I'm going to show you. There are lots of ways to progress that, change it, adding in some mountain climbers while you're down in the high plank, adding in push-ups, adding in single leg versions, a lot of options, but this one's going to go over the basic inchworm. So, standing tall, starting with the arms up overhead. A lot of people leave the arms up out. I want that to be included. You will get more out of this, you will get more stretch, you will get more range of motion, and you will get the heart rate up more as your repetitions progress. Starting here, bending over, your goal is to bend the knees as little as possible, but however much you need to bend them to touch the floor to begin with, but your goal as you become more flexible is to have as little knee bend as possible and to feel that stretch down the back side. Okay, so starting here, touching the floor, walking out, pausing in a nice strong high plank, reverse that, pushing the hips up, walking the hands back, and coming up overhead. Okay, so feel that stretch right now all the way up the back side. Okay, as you walk out, try to keep the heels down for a moment. Feel that stretch through that lower calf and Achilles. Okay, nice strong position here, hands under the shoulders, abs and glutes engaged, heads in neutral. Okay, reverse that, sort of going into a down dog, pushing the hips up, sinking into the heels, getting that stretch through those lower legs, calves, hamstrings, and then coming up. Okay, when I stand up from that position, I'm actively doing that by engaging all the muscles up the backside. So I engage the hamstrings and the glutes and my back muscles to pull me up. So I picture that like a lever, like a pulley system. Okay, so bending over, I've got a nice stretch, walking out, working on my strength here of my core, upper body. Okay, getting a stretch again, and then using those muscles like a pulley to come up strong. So this exercise is very much stretching and strengthening at the same time. So really feel all those parts of your body. Get the most out of it. Okay, and again, as you become more flexible, as you become stronger, the faster you do this movement, the more cardio you will get out of it as well. So this very simple exercise is one that you can continue to improve on, continue to progress on. And I also put it in my tool bag of what I like to call portable exercises. It doesn't take a lot of space as long as you are in an area where you're okay with touching the floor or the ground. But again, this is something you don't need any equipment for, but you can do a lot of variations of, and so it's a wonderful travel exercise if you're away from home too.